is! Behold, a floaty imaginary friend for floaty-headed Flora! A bloaty floaty!
Wait, imaginary friends can be plants now?
Hi, Traveler. Hi, Bard.
Bot Rix has correctly joined the channel.
Sure. How can I help? Oh, you mean Mr. Floaty? Most people can't see him. Mr. Floaty is my bestest friend. We grew up together.
No fair. Paimon hates feeling left out.
Flora, why exactly are you friends with a bloaty...
What's wrong with it? I always wanted to be
Friends with a flying plant?
because then when it's wind...
Isn't that called...
Hi.
I only found out, I think his name was... Stanley. Stanley's an adventurer. And you can tell he's an expert at it from the stories he tells. The amazing adventures. He's in the city at the moment.
That sounds like a fun idea for...
Flora's a pretty mysterious kid. No way!
Well, that is unexpected.
Mi's imaginary friend is a ruin guard? Paimon's freaking out right now. That thing is sure to attack us.
What say you we postpone our conversation with Timmy for the time being?
Has a favorite line? Seriously? How about we explore the area ahead of us later? Children are more open-minded. Is that why they can think up all kinds of
Isn't it? That the City of Freedom should be home to children with such boundless powers of imagination.
What about adults' imaginations? Let's ask some adults at the tavern.
The thing about wine is, you have to drink it at the tap.
Seems to me you'd find some way of keeping yourself...
If I didn't know any better.
Just drink responsibly on my premises.
Oh, and if I did have one too many?
Throw you out?
You know, the same way you...
I see no reason to cling to things that...
Is that so?
Sorry. I have no recollection.
That's odd. Master D-Luke, I'm sure I saw such a vase in your home. A beautiful one.
Seems our suspicions were right. Grown-ups don't appear to have imaginary friends.
Like I said, a lack of childlike wonder.
So people just stop dreaming when they grow up? Okay, well, Paimon, for one, never wants to grow up.
This raises an interest. Let's go and... How about Ellen? Someone of her age surely must have some...
So, let me get this straight. You have a device with which... You're wasting...
Uh-oh. Somehow, Paimon finds the idea of not being able to see Ellen's imaginary friend kinda scary. Is Master Jean Ellen's imaginary friend? Yeah, she's so conscientious. It's terrifying.
Huh? Oh, hello. What are you guys doing?
Are you always training here?
You bet. Today, I heard Stanley talking about his adventures. It was incredible. It got me really pumped up. Oh, I hope I can be as
So that you can fight shoulder to shoulder with Master Jean?
I mean, obviously, I want to become a knight. And if I got to go on an adventure...
Seems Ellen really looks up to Jean.
Oh, thanks! I was thinking, it's not every day I get... How can I smash all these training dummies at once?
Lightning slash!
So that's how to do it. I'm impressed. Oh, thank you. It's clear as...
So modest. I, for one, think you're quite the...
Well, I'm exhausted from training, so...
Ellen!
Thanks. Shoot. But I'm so sore from training. I can hardly move. Honorary Knight, could you deliver a message to Jack for me? He's a friend of mine. Recently started as an adventurer. We were gonna meet up tonight and discuss. If I'm not mistaken, you should find him at the Temple of the Lion. He's adventuring with Stanley's a truly legendary adventurer. Renowned. Great. Thank you so much.
I won't hold you back.
The Temple of the Lion? We explored this place once before, didn't we? During the Storm Terror incident. Seems like it's now a hot spot for adventurers. That can only mean one thing. We didn't bag all the loot last time! Looks like we can't go any further.
Not to worry. Allow me. Those who wander in the dust, the wind shall send soaring sky high. Let's play! Yahoo! Yahoo! Ha!
Yeah! Huh? Yeah!
Here we go! Think you can get away?
Big likes bro. Go crazy.
Hey, are those guys...
Never miss! Everybody stand back! Let's play! Time for takeoff!
Don't get frostbite. Dodge this.
Thunderclap!
Lightning flash! I was so sure I was about to die.
To be fair, that could have gone either way. So, you must be Jack the Adventurer, I assume?
Yes. Who are you?
Actually, we came looking for you.
Ellen has a message for you. She said she won't be able to join you to...
Oh, I see. I feel...
Huh? I don't see what all the fuss is about. It was nothing that I, Stanley, couldn't have dealt with by myself.
Whoa! You are Stanley? You...
I must... Well then, how would everyone like to proceed? Head back or head further inside?
In which case...
Okay, motion...
So, I'm guessing you mostly came here because you want to hear my adventure stories. Am I right?
No, we really were just looking for Jack.
What? Do you know who I am? I am Stanley, renowned adventurer of Mondstadt.
Yeah, I think we got that.
Well, your attitude says maybe you don't got that. I am Stanley, the living legend. Stanley who braved the Mare Javari.
Enough already! Ugh. Stop name-dropping yourself every time you open your mouth!
It's true, though. Stanley is the most amazing guy.
Well, Jack will listen, won't you? Now, where was I?
You and your partner reached the Mare Javari. A hugely terrifying place with not a wisp of wind.
Precisely! There was a deathly silence in the air. A sea of ashes stretched out before us, as far as the eye could see. The Mare Javari. Suddenly, my partner was caught in a whirlpool ripped up by an evil beast. Luckily, I managed to grab hold of him just in time.
Wow. So, did he make it?
Sadly, in the end, I know that able to set foot at home ground once more. With the gentle breeze carrying away the tears welling up in my eyes.
That poor guy. How could that happen?
Jack, you can't cry so easily if you want to be a great adventurer.
I know. Because an adventurer's proudest achievement is to die in the course of their final adventure. But whatever happens, no adventurer should ever die in a place where the wind doesn't blow. The wind has to bring your spirit back to Mondstadt.
That's right. To die in a place where the wind blows, and to have your spirit carried back to Mondstadt in the wind, that's
Yeah. Although, the most I can aspire to right now is beginner's commissions, like clearing out the slimes clogging up the sewers.
You shouldn't die in a place with no wind. Why do they keep going on about that? Is that why Stanley thinks the Mare Javari is the most terrifying place in the world? Because there's no wind there?
Cool it! Oh, so sorry.
Think you can get away? Traveler, I believe I've made a small discovery. Could I ask you to use the Nernama detector once more?
What? Stanley has an imaginary friend?
It seems his imaginary friend is a seasoned warrior. covered in... You're saying his imaginary friend is an idealized version of his own interesting idea.
Please excuse me.
Bye, Stanley. Do you two still have time to spare?
What is it?
A few days ago, Stanley got drunk and told me a secret. Something he's never told anyone before. The weapons he took on his adventure all those years ago. They were none other than those once wielded by Mondstadt's greatest hero, Vanessa herself. The sword of brilliant valor and the shield of magnificent honor. I don't know whether you believe... Since you guys are the experts at this, can you come with me to try and retrieve... You bet! If I can just get a... Right now. So, what do you... I can't bring myself to tell...
Aw, poor Jack. Venti, you...
Oh, one other thing.
Dadaupa Gorge, was it?
Thunderclap! Take this!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Freeze!
Let's light it up!
Dodge this! Don't get frostbite! Lightning slash! Bellowing thunder! Freeze! Take this!
Everybody stand back!
Dodge it!
I'll keep this close.
Let's light it up!
Lightning slash! Thunderclap!
Hey, that bunch of villagers! Are they holding some kind of ceremony? And what's with that pile of knickknacks? Are they worshipping them?
Seems so. That must be the Sword of Brilliant Valor, surely!
Lightning slash! Bellowing thunder! Take this!
Dodge this!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Cool it!
Let's light it up!
Take this!
Dodge this!
Thunderclap!
Are you sure? Looks kind of basic to Paimon. And why would hilly trolls be bowing down before a piece of junk like this?
This is in terrible shape.
Say, Jack, have you ever seen an Animo crystal fly? They're found if you saw one in broad. Is valor not the same? When everything is going your way, it seems meaningless. Fades into the background. But when you're...
You're right. You're right.
Let's scout around. It's definitely in Dadaupa Gorge, so...
There's somebody there.
Stanley?
He's acting so...
What happened? Why did you stop all of...
Huh? Oh, it's nothing.
What? Where?
Maybe... Lo and behold, the shield...
Liar, liar, pants. A chunk of scrap wood with the handle attached. Who in their right mind?
There's also wine stains on it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was...
And yet, my warriors wear their battle scars with surely intact. Though the soldier's body be tired and torn, still they fight till the very end, till they have no blood.
You do... Okay, then. Ahem. Excuse me, Mr. Hilly Churl? Well, okay. You take it from here. Hope you've picked up some Hilly Churlian by now. If not, there's always body... Seems cheerful enough. Maybe negotiating will work after all. Uh-oh. He did not seem to appreciate that.
Well, if you insist.
Seems cheerful enough. Maybe.
¿Mexicana plata? Manilla. Manitata.
Oh, yeah! He actually gave us the shield!
Guys, thank you so much. I can't believe I act. Mom, Dad, check out the legendary weapons I found.
Hey, wait! The wine, you promised! And I actually helped a lot this time. What are you doing here, Stanley? Out for a stroll?
Hey, what are you doing here, Bard?
That's right, an after-dinner stroll to be precise.
Paimon's starting to think Stanley might be a fraud. Did Stanley plant the sword and shield here in advance so as to not hurt Jack's feelings?
Adventurers must be pretty familiar with... Wow! Then I admire...
It's only to be expected. I'll...
Guilty conscience much?
Well, he shouldn't have gotten so carried. Although, on further reflection, someone who can't let go... I wonder...
What are you talking about?
I'm just... Anyway, I propose...
Tell me, Stan. Tell me, what should I do?
Huh? Why does he keep repeating his own name?
Surely not. Even I've never heard tell of a second Stanley.
Oh, Stanley. It should have been me. I should have been the one to die in the Melchivari that day. Why won't your spirit come and stop me from using your name? Why, Stanley? Why? If only you hadn't had to save a rookie like me, you would have never died in that windless corner of the world. You were a renowned adventurer, destined to become a
does it...
I think but the real adventurer, the real Stanley, that was his partner, not him. The real Stanley is the one who died to save our Stanley.
Wait, so the only reason our Stanley is called Stanley in the first place is because he stole the other Stanley's name?
I fear that may be the case.
Stanley, for so many years I've lived in fear. fear Mondstadt must remember. Stanley reached the center. Stanley will I'm sorry, Stanley. Are you guys planning on eavesdropping much longer?
Yikes! We're...
Go away. Save it.
But...
Leave now.
Honorary Knight, Venti, and Paimon. I'm so glad you guys are here. I've been looking for you everywhere. I wanted to thank you again for helping me find the sword and shield. My parents are finally supporting me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. They even said they're gonna pay for someone to fix up the Sword of Brilliant Valor and Shield of Magnificent Honor for me, so I can take them out on the road.
That's wonderful! So, Jack, is this the part where you bid farewell to Mondstadt and set off on your intrepid trip traversing Tevat?
No, not yet. I still don't have what it takes to go too far from home just yet. Besides, I'm sure Stanley still has a few stories left to tell. They're what inspired me to become an adventurer in the first place. Stanley, Oh, you're drunk again. We'll see you tomorrow then. After your hangover wears off. Maybe you can tell me some more of your stories?
Stanley's really fond of that kid.
Jack.
Jack left.
Oh, I see. Well, thank you for not telling him about my secret.
Huh? All of it.
Just now, I couldn't bear to look at him. Just a weary old feckless frog.
You're not a
Stories? To be honest, my memories, that's my biggest secret of all. All these years, but the one thing I can never forget is that he died in a windless land, where his spirit can never be recovered.
Exactly. Even in his memory, the real Stanley isn't the living, breathing friend he knew at all. Instead, he's become fixed on the image of him as that battle-scarred warrior. And that it—
I'm too old. I'm completely— no adventurer should—
Hans Archibald.
My true name? How did you know? The wind! I can hear the rain. I always believed you existed.
Will you hand me your old friend's spirit?
I can't believe it. Thank you all. And thank you, Lord Barbados. I'm sorry. It's gonna take me some time to calm back down. But I think that I'm gonna be okay.
Ah, wonderful! Stanley reconnected with his true self and Jack can finally go his own way. This calls for a celebration. And by celebration, I do, of course, mean libation.
And by libation, you mean you're not leaving this tavern till you're too drunk to—
No, the wine here's too expensive. Jack still owes me some wine, though. He promised me a rare vintage in exchange for helping him out, remember? I'll head off to fetch the wine. See you shortly. Let's meet at the usual place.
Huh? Where's that supposed to be? Why has Paimon never heard of it?
Stanley. So many years after the fact. It's not even his friend himself that holds him back anymore. But I, for one, am confident that
You made it. Finally.
Just tell us where you meet next time, okay? We looked everywhere. So, did you at least manage to find your wine?
Yep. Well, sort of. Jack made it out to be a rare collector's edition vintage, when actually it's just a half bottle of regular cider. This takes me... The first time I saw this view, I hadn't even taken on this form yet. 100 years ago, before the world had come under the rule of the Seven. At that time...
Old Mondstadt? Oh, Paimon remembers! Nowadays it's known as Storm Terror's lair, right? You mentioned it before.
That's right. The Tyrant of the Winds who once ruled from that tower was decorated. Back then, I was but a wisp among the thousand winds. I was just a tiny elemental being who lived in the wind. A gentle breeze bringing subtle changes for the better. Or
a tiny element?
Yep. My current form... In old Mondstadt transpired the story to be told, where a tyrant ruled. I met a boy not that old. The lyre he played, and for a song he sought. But storm walls blocked blue sky. He was sincerely distraught. I do so wish to see the birds in flight, said he, his strong eyes filling with light. But his voice was lost in the howling wind's churn, for the whirlwind takes and gives not in return. The true sky and songs that cageless soar, were they not wishes worth fighting for? So the boy turned, extending his hand. Let us cast down the tyrant and his walls from this land. The young boy raised then the flag of revolt, and I threw myself into freedom's tumult. Victorious were we who fought to be free. Gods fell, winds whipped, nations shook violently. In the smoke, a despot met his doom, and we watched as his great tower fell none too soon. Mondstadt began anew, the story passed down, and since then never has another worn its crown.
So then what? What happened to your friend?
Say, Paimon, do you wish to hear the next part of the story?
Yes, of course! The suspense is killing Paimon! Now's the time you suddenly get a craving for apples? Really?
Getting a little peckish or something.
Paimon's had it up to here with you!
You know, you're so smart it almost makes me uncomfortable sometimes. But then, maybe it's right that true friends can tell what the other is thinking. A refreshing drink, a gentle breeze. Moments like this always take me back. Back to a song that I first heard from him. Fly, fly away. Like a bird in the sky. See the world on my behalf. To the heavens may you fly.